So in this video, I'm going to be telling you about my country. And you know more about it for the other things that you could see on my website, just about my country and my passion and project. Of course, my question was, can I create a country with its own new type of government, flag, economy, etc., and have it elect new leaders? Could I also have this country settle a disagreement with the USA? But I can't do any of this stuff without knowing a little more about my country beforehand. So if I'll switch into viewing, then we can start. So all about my country. My country's name is the United Provinces of Atlantica. Atlantica as in the Atlantic Ocean. Wrong one. If we look at a map of the world, we can see the Atlantic Ocean is not there, but like here, here, here. Here's a good map. Here it's where it's labeled. That's the Arctic up there, but it's kind of like right there. So yeah, the Atlantic Ocean is here. And yeah, so it's kind of squeezed in here, but that's where the Atlantica comes from. The economy, this is all off of 2016. I'm sorry if any of this is couldn't happen or is impossible. I was kind of I didn't really understand it too much about like all of the gross domestic product and whatever. But so sorry if if something is not possible. But I tried my best to keep it realistic. So the gross domestic product is 8.97 trillion UPD, which United Provinces denses, and I'll just say right now, 1 dents equals $2. So we see, if we look at the United States economy, the gross domestic product right here, 16.77 trillion in US dollars. And if we look here and we do 8 times 2, that's around 16. So it'd be around 17, so it's close with the United States. But their money is different. Their money is worth more. And yeah, so then the unemployment rate is 5.4%. And the minimum wage is 7 dents. So that's about $14 US. So that is which is pretty unreasonable. It's not a lot to get paid, but that is the minimum wage. And it's trying to be made higher all of the time. And then the flag looks like this. And I would just say that this flag has some meaning, but not too much meaning because it's kind of iffy. The people who founded Atlantica just had to kind of throw a flag together randomly. They're just thinking oh, this works, this worked. Okay, we're done. We need a flag to start a country or whatever. So the background looks purple on this, but it's actually supposed to be blue. It's like this, like a purpley blue, and so that'd be the background of the flag, which is supposed to be like the Atlantic Ocean. And then these are the 2 big provinces. 1 province, 2 provinces, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then these 2 are the biggest ones. And then 3 of them are already united. But then these 2 are kind of united through this strand here. And then these 2 are alone. And then these ones are coming in to be united. But then these 2 are already united. So yeah, but it might be changed soon, or at least made this one over here and move the line over a little bit, so then this line isn't crossing with this line, because it kind of looks like a cross, which then could be kind of religious. Some people are complaining about or whatever. So they're thinking of just switching it a little bit, so then there's no controversy over that. And then the money, as I've said, is in denses. 1 dents equals $2 US. And a dents, the sign is this. That little tick mark or whatever. Not a tick mark. Or whatever, the little mark right there. I don't know what it's called. But that is a dents sign. And it goes before the number, like the US dollar sign. The dollar sign. And then here, their money, like that. You could get like a $1 bill or a $5 bill in the United States, but in Atlantica, or United Provinces of Atlantica, you can get a 1 dents paper money, 2 dents, 4 dents, 5 dents, 10 dents, 15 dents, 20 dents, 50 dents, 100 dents, and 200 dents, that all in paper money, like the bills or whatever. And then in coins, they don't have half dent. The lowest thing they have is half denses, and then you can get 1 dents and 5 dents also in coins. So that's kind of like having like a $10 coin, which is pretty cool if you ask me. And then the Constitution. Every country needs a Constitution, even if it's not written down. And the Constitution for this country, I'll be showing you the outlines right now. So the part of the preamble is, we as the United Provinces of Atlantica believe in every word of this Constitution, and that we believe that this is important, and this will be followed until our great United Provinces of Atlantica falls. Then more words. Then there's a lot more words. And then there's a bunch of founder names and signatures. Some of these are, that kind of got messed up, sorry. Thomas Necton, Sherry George, Philip Holt, Susanna Beck, Leonardo Tovar, and Amelia Rimkus. So those are just a few of the names, some of the very important founders. And as you can notice there, these names come from all over the world because the Atlantic has all different types of people, and there's not like a majority, really. And then after the founder names, it says, these next articles explain the powers of this wonderful country's government. So then there's 5 articles. Article 1 is the rights of the people. Article 2 is rights and laws of government. Article 3 are citizen laws. Article 4 is laws and rules regarding both government and the people. And then Article 5 is peace treaties with other countries and more stuff. Law, which the more stuff is laws and government stuff. And then there's room for amendments. So yeah. So it's not really set up like, I'd say, maybe like United States Constitution. I mean, it kind of is. But like, it's not, it doesn't say the rules. It doesn't say the rules for laws and stuff. Well, actually it does in the rights and whatever. But it doesn't say the rules per se. Like, when you're making a law, you can do this and this, but not this. It doesn't really say that. It says, these are the rights of the people, these are the rights and laws of government, and then these are the laws that the citizens have to follow. But the laws of government give you the ways to make a new law. So if you think you need to add to Article 3, then you do. So that's kind of how it works. And then peace treaties with other countries and laws and government stuff is also Article 5. And then there's amendments, which amendments aren't really changes or whatever to the Constitution. It's more like new laws. Some of the laws can be about making new laws. A law can be say, you can't do this when you're making a law, if something happened like that. Or there's a law that this cannot happen or whatever, but then it's saying it, so if maybe there was a bad law, it would say, this amendment says that, Amendment 6 says that this kind of law is not allowed, so then that would cancel out the one over here that was bad or whatever. It's kind of complicated. And then there's 8 amendments. I just listed here, I just said there's not like half amendments or anything. But the video below this will be explaining the government. So this government, it seems kind of iffy because it could be like somebody could just hack the government, and then they could say all the good laws are not allowed to be laws, and then everyone would be engaged or something. But that's not how it works. There are like ways to prevent this and stuff through government, which I will say in the next video. And then some laws. One law, it's just one law. It's kind of a random one. I just chose it. There's actually no non-prescribed drugs in some of the provinces. To reinforce this, they don't make drugs except in pharmacies in the country, and then they only make the ones that are needed. Like, it's kind of a hard law, and it's broken a lot, but it's kind of helps. And then United Nations, so they're kind of partners with all of those countries in the United Nations, but like actually the countries that they're so far exporting and importing with, and like have peace treaties signed with are Poland, South Africa, and China. It's kind of random though, but they're thinking about peace treaties with a couple other countries, and then so just because there's only 3, it's a very new country, so they're working on partnering with more countries so then they can get more supplies, foreign supplies or whatever. And then because they don't have a lot, because they're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. There's not much out there. And then main problems. Other countries think that they run this country, and that other countries keep sending terrorists, well, because they're building all these new skyscrapers and stuff, so they've had to stop building in some of the cities and while they're dealing with this problem. And then ocean pollution, because it's borders ocean on every side, so they're trying to, and they're in the middle of the ocean, they're trying to prevent this ocean pollution so all their shores don't look bad. And then their motto, live, love, and share. It's kind of a lame motto, but that's okay. The bird, the national bird, is the island dove. It's a newly discovered bird that supposedly flew in from somewhere, and then they discovered it over Atlantica, so then they named it the island dove. On the flowers, the rose. A bird must have brought rose seeds, and now they're all over. Population is 200 million. We search up United States population. Wait. Population 2016. Let's just do that. Census estimates. Going to usnews.com. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. So I'm trying to look. U.S. population 2015 is 32 million, which is a lot. So 32 million, but I don't know, so that might be wrong. Oh, it's bugging out the wrong thing. Okay, so that's a lot of people, let me just say. For a new country, that's a lot of people. And then the passport, on your passport, it has all your names, your birthday, your resident, a picture of you, stamps from when you left the country other times, your passport number, more important numbers, and your credit card number, if you have one. I just thought I should throw that in because this passport, that's what's on your passport if you are born or are a citizen of the United States of Atlantica. And then big holidays in the United Provinces, sorry, not states, of Atlantica. There are lots of holidays from all over the world, so actually that was kind of a bad one to have, because there's not like main holidays, because everyone's immigrated over to here, so there's not really like national holidays or anything. The capital city is Courtney, and that's when I was talking about how there's other key countries, the terrorists, whatever. That's where they've had to, one of the places they've had to stop building in Courtney. And then languages, the language spoken there is mainly English, but immigrants are always welcome, so many other languages are found in the United Provinces of Atlantica. Yeah. So let's go back to those main problems, and I can explain why those are happening. Other countries think they run this country. So let me say, I'll tell you how the United Provinces of Atlantica was formed originally. Because actually, if we look on a map of the world, it's there's 7 continents, and then there's like Greenland and other countries, but whatever. So, the Atlantic Ocean is open here. It actually, like, this area looks more open, but so here, there are volcanoes out here. There are volcanoes out here in the ocean, and then they form land eventually. Like there are a lot of volcanoes, and there's probably not that many. But I'm trying to keep it realistic, and whatever. So apparently there were a ton of volcanoes, and then over time, they built land more and more and more and more until they have this giant continent out here in the middle of the ocean. Remember? So yeah. So then once it got started enough, people were like sailing across on cruises or whatever, and then there happened to be like this giant island, and they're like, that's not on the map. So then some countries were like, oh, new continent, we need it. It's open land, no one owns it. But then some country was like, no, we own it. No, we own it. No, we own it. But actually, no one owned it, because if we search up who owns the ocean, it's the thing that comes up from BeachShareScientists.com. We see, since the Third United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, that big word of the oceans are known as 0 to 3 nautical miles from the coastline of the country is considered a country's territory, seas, and are subject to the rules of the country. Invading these waters can be seen as an attack. So that means 3 here. See right there. So, and they were much farther then all Atlantica was much farther from all the other states. So nobody really owned the middle of the ocean. So whoever came first and then started a country, they got to own it. So that's, but then some countries are like fighting about this or whatever. But it's sound case. Atlantica's gonna win, I can tell you. Here we go. So many problems. And then ocean pollution, yeah. So it's in the middle of the ocean. And it's not like the United States or here, where there's, or some of the countries in Asia where they're all just landlocked. It's completely surrounded by the ocean, like Greenland or whatever, or Australia. So ocean pollution is a big problem. So thanks for watching. I hope you learn more about my country I made up.